Alright, so we are finally back for round three. I guess it wasn't finally for you. This round is different. We were going to be playing Classic this round because I was unable to solicit anyone for another round of MoJo. No one wanted to play. So, or people didn't actually have the cards, the avatars. Um, so this hand is somewhat powerful with Tolarian Academy, Soul Ring, and Skull Clamp. We don't have any dudes or anything. It's just a bunch of lands and no action. I don't think we can keep this. Um, okay, this hand is wild, so this is going to be a turn 2 Worm Coil, and hopefully the counter spell gets spent on the Skull Clamp, actually. We're going to keep this. We're going to go for it. Maybe we can draw a source to get the Welder out there, which would be great. This hand is better than the last one, I think, because it can actually do something, but it's not extraordinary. And he mulligan, too. So anyway, the deck, I should probably show that. It's not this any longer. It's this deck, which is essentially got Skull Clamps and Arkham Dagson and a Metamorph, and then this card, which I'll hold for a second while you read it. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, it's got Workshops to pump things out and Cavern of Souls. So it's essentially a welder deck. I'm not sure how effective it is. The big problem is that Arkham Dagson is not an artifact, so Workshop mana can't be used to cast him. In other words, he'll never be playable this game, probably. And my hand is exceptionally uninteresting, especially if this doesn't resolve. Okay, so our opponent might be doing something here. Uh-oh, he might be storming off. Wish I had a mental messed up. Well, joke's on him, that duress isn't going to do anything, but I have a feeling he's going to combo off this turn. It's my theory, anyway. So this is a little bit different of a third round than I had intended, but it gives you a glimpse into the Classic format a little bit. I'm playing a goofier deck than probably my opponent is. Classic is essentially Vintage Online. Doesn't have the Power 9, but it has some other things that are different. You can run 4 Lotus Puddles, 4 Memory Jars, 4 Brainstorms, some other stuff like that. 4 Preordains, for instance, which I believe is restricted in Vintage. I also do a series every PRE season, every Classics League. Well, he didn't combo off and kill us, so that's good. So be sure to check that out. It's essentially what I do is I try to pilot another rogue deck into the format of powerful decks, and I've been moderately successful so far. The first 2 qualifier tournaments, I made top 8. The second one, I went 3-3 and missed top 8 by 1 round. Made some play mistakes and other things, so it wasn't entirely up to bad luck. In fact, I would say a lot of it involved my play decisions. But that's certainly all right. Okay, so he's going to be oathing something out. This is going to be a problem. So let's play this. Yeah, we'll be equipping this. I can actually put the welder into play here, which might be extremely important. I'm not sure. Actually, we're going to do this before combat in case... I don't know. I can't imagine something that would matter right now. But I have an extra mana that I could pay for whatever I wanted to at the moment. Do I want to... I guess the question is, do I want to draw 2 cards here? And the answer is maybe. Maybe not, though. I think keeping this out is probably more valuable. Okay, so we're going to gain a bunch of life here. But now he's going to find some massive giant baddie. Could be a Grizzlebrand, it could be an Emrakul. And if he has a Dragon Breath that ends up in his graveyard, which it doesn't look like he does. Look at all these foil cards, man. If you're not familiar with this format, I'm just going to scroll through, let you go slowly, and pause on a lot of the cards in the top left of the screen up here. Okay, so he's going to get a Grizzlebrand out now, which means he can draw 7 cards right now, which he'll probably do. And this thing lifelinks him too, so he'll be able to gain some life when I attack with a Worm Coil Engine. Assuming I do. I think I will. He should know what the last card in my hand is too. Okay, so he's drawn 7 cards, so If he just drew anything relevant, then he's in great shape. This deck that I'm playing is not tuned or anything. I was actually going to call this like a classic experiment. This is sort of how I experiment with things. I have a sideboard of semi-random cards, some cards that I know are good in a sideboard, and then some other combos. And I test to see how frequently I'd want to bring them in different matchups. And I have some one-ofs like Ratchet Bomb, Duplicant in the deck, and a Null Brooch, where I see just how much I like those cards when I'm playing. And if I feel like they're bad when I draw them, then I learn something about the format. So it's sort of an experimental phase. Once this becomes active, I can do it to him, too. I can switch the position of his artifacts, essentially. I have a feeling he's going to do something extremely relevant this turn, though. Yeah, he's Burning Wishing for something, so that can't be good. Yuck. Okay. So he reveals a Yawgmoth's Will, which he can certainly cast. Though I would have tapped the Stellarian Academy first. Unless no, I wouldn't have, because now you can just replay the Lotus Petal. So almost guaranteed we'll be losing this game. So let's see what happens here. He's going to be able to Burning Wish again. Maybe even Yawgmoth's Bargain. You know what? He knows we can't respond, so I'm just going to F6. He can Vampiric Tutor to find a Voltaic Key. Is that what he just did? Magic's starting to count the Storm count. What he'll probably do is Burning Wish for a Tendrils and then kill me with the Tendrils. Oh, no, he's going to Mind's Desire for 14. Okay, this will be fun. So, yeah. So here are the cards that he can... Well, some of these cards he can pay for nothing. So he can do Voltaic Key and take infinite turns. He's probably going to cast this Voltaic Key unless it's exiled for some other reason then. But I don't think it is. At least I assume he's going to play a Voltaic Key. I'm going to keep watching so that you guys can figure out what's going on. He's Burning Wishing. Okay. And what did he find? He found a Tendrils, so he's going to cast this for like 70 bajillion. Okay. So we didn't really have a good opportunity to disrupt him this game. Lodestone Golem's pretty good at that. Yeah. So we're going to take like 70 bajillion. Okay. So if you're unfamiliar with the format, what just happened was we got stormed out in a Griselbrand Storm deck. The cards I want to bring in here, I think. I do think I want to bring in Blightsteel because it kills really quickly. Could be wrong about that, though. Actually, not sure. I'm going to cut a Worm Coil. I don't think it's excellent. Ratchet Bomb is kind of mediocre, but it might be able to kill things that he brings in to stop me. Not sure about that, though. I think I might board it out. I'm going to board in a Misstep, and I kind of want to board in these Thorn of Amethyst here. So what do I board out? Trinisphere is also going to be good. I kind of want to try the Null Brooch still, but what is less interesting, actually? I don't know. Like I said, I'm still in experiment phase with this deck, so I don't know what's good and what's horrible. I assume these big guys are good. Though I could try to win through Possessed Portal. Doesn't do anything about Oath, though. Yeah, maybe like the Arkham Dagson plan here is horrible. Let's try to assume that's the case, and we'll go the Thorn of Amethyst plan. It's a little bit less exciting. Ooh, get back in there. A little bit less exciting. There's a Sculpting Steel on the board that I kind of like bringing in, but not sure that that's good here. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe the Time Vault plan is better. First turn we can Thorn him, which is good. And then second turn we'll be able to play a Lodestone Golem, which is also good. Though we will not be able to counter a counterspell if he can play one. So maybe I play another Thorn, and that actually might be what I do. Gross. So he's still able to do something. This will allow us to play the Lodestone Golem next turn, completely free of worrying about counterspells. I don't think he's going to have Wastelands in his deck, though, so I think rather than take damage, I'm going to do this. I'm going to name Golem the Cavern, and then we're just going to go ahead and cast another Thorn, and hope that this essentially... I guess the misstep is bad with Thorns, kind of. But I'm going to hope that this keeps him off of whatever his main plan is. Oh, man, Academy again? Okay. So he's got 4 or 5. Like, he's got a ton of mana available if he can do something with it. But all of his non-creatures cost 2 more. That was an artifact, so Lodestone Golem wouldn't have even made that cost anymore. Just like that. And I guess Lodestone isn't even very good against him. Provoker is, though. Huh. That's an interesting option. So we can't cast both the Revoker and the Lodestone here. What should I do? The Revoker would essentially not let him use one of these things, whether it be the Grim Monolith or the Lion's Eye. You know what? I think this is the way to do it. I think I'm going to play the Revoker. And then this way I can cast a Mental Misstep through the Thorn. So do I name Grim Monolith or do I name Lion's Eye Diamond here? That's another question. I think the Lion's Eye Diamond is right. Because it can make... It's hard for the Grim Monolith to end up in his graveyard. And then with the Yawgmoth's Will get recast. But the Lion's Eye Diamond is not so easy to do that with. He's got 3 cards left in hand. I don't know. I guess everything costs 2 more, and he can't use this Lion's Eye Diamond. Maybe I should name Grim Monolith. I don't know. It's okay, though. But this way I have access to a Mental Misstep too, which can be cast on like a Key Dark Ritual or Brainstorm or Vampiric Tutor or something. Since he has so much mana, I think I might try to misstep a Tutor. It's also possible that he has the Burning Wish in his hand for everything that he needs, but I'm just not sure about that. Yawgmoth's Will doesn't even do very much right now for him. He's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 mana. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording until he does his math and then figures out what's going on. Okay, things are happening again. He just cast a Burning Wish. And he's going to find Shattering Spree. And then, not sure what's happening here. He's playing an Oath. Okay. So that's going to be hard to deal with. He didn't play the Shattering Spree. And we drew a Welder, which we can't cast. We need to draw another land to be able to cast the Duplicant, actually. First things first, we're going to be attacking here. Duplicant would be okay if we landed it on a creature that was relevant. I think I'm going to go ahead and cast the Lodestone here, because I think doing damage to him is really important right now. And it's okay if we can't use our misstep. Okay, so we found a Laboratory Maniac. So if he's able to deck himself, I guess he wins? It's very possible he could do that this turn, but I don't know how. One of the cards in his hand is a Shattering Spree. So he can make 1 red, 2 red, 3 red. He can't make Lionside Diamond red. No, now he can make 4 red. So I guess he can kill all of our stuff. That's pretty bad. And we draw a Soul Ring, which is actually fine. Oh, and it costs 2. Actually, that means we can't play our Duplicant this turn. I don't know if I should attack with both these guys or just one of them. I'm going to attack with just the Golem. I have a feeling that like putting this in the graveyard is dangerous, but this puts him out of Grizzlebrand range. I don't understand. This costs 3? Yeah. Okay. So that's fine. We can still cast a Misstep if we want. And the next turn it sets us up for Duplicant. It looks like he's trying to win with the Laboratory Maniac route, though. So we can't draw any cards this turn, as far as I know. Or actually do much that's relevant. But Duplicant not resolving would be a huge problem. Doesn't seem like he has Force of Will, though. Because I think this is still in his hand, unless I'm missing something. Not sure why he isn't playing it. Unless I'm just brain damaged. Maybe that's what he's doing now. Is this just one? Okay, so I'm gonna try and counter this. Even if it kills me. Which it might. Okay, so we just drew our Academy. Which, kills his, obviously. I'm not going to let him know that I have that yet. Oh my god. We can't use both of our tombs now. Okay, so I'm going to lose based on my series of play decisions there. Yeah, I think so. That's horrible. And our Academy does nothing. Yeah, we're 1 mana short, or 1 life short. That's horrible. Okay. Okay, so we lost this match, and that's fine. I guess, I don't know if I'll play another one. I might do one more real quick. So thanks for watching.